value information, trying to understand whether or not something is really worth pursuing or not. Most of your cognition follows your visual perception. Let's talk about the science, and in particular, the biology and neuroscience of setting and achieving goals. Setting and achieving goals is not a uniquely human endeavor. Other animals set and attempt to achieve goals. A honeybee attempts to collect honey and bring it back to the hive. A herbivore will go out and forage for plants and will also have a need to reproduce at some point in its life. So it will need to find a mate and maybe even raise the young, depending on what species that is. Predators will have to hunt and kill and eat their food, and they have to avoid getting injured in that process. They also have to raise young, etc. So humans are among the other animals in the need to set goals and to make efforts to achieve those goals. The reason I emphasize this commonality of process is that it turns out that there is one basic system by which all animals, including humans, set and attempt to achieve goals. Now, humans are unique in our ability to orient our mind toward immediate goals, moderately termed goals, meaning things that might exist on the scale of a week or a month or even a year, and very long-term goals, like a lifetime goal or a goal that lasts a decade or it takes a decade to achieve. Common neural circuits, meaning brain areas that are present in animal species and in humans, are responsible for orienting our thinking and our action toward particular goals. Another thing that's really unique about the human brain, I would say there are 4 areas. One is an area associated with anxiety and fear. It's the amygdala. The second is involved in action and inaction. So that's the basal ganglia. The other one is involved in planning and thinking. So that's lateral prefrontal cortex. And then the fourth one is involved in emotionality, and that's the orbitofrontal cortex. Just understand that those different elements are involved in the decision-making processes that lead us toward particular goals and have us update our goal seeking, etc. One key thing is it doesn't matter what the goal is, the same circuits are involved. What's going on in these circuits can basically be boiled down to 2 particular things. The first is value information, trying to understand whether or not something is really worth pursuing or not. Okay? So placing a value on a particular goal. The other component of this neural circuit is associated with action, which actions to take and which actions not to take given the value of a particular goal in a given moment's time. There is basically one neurotransmitter, or rather neuromodulator system, that governs our goal setting, goal assessment, and goal pursuit. And that is the neuromodulator dopamine. Dopamine is the common currency by which we assess our progress toward particular things of particular value. In fact, dopamine is the way that we assess value of our pursuits. Because as we do this, we can build toward a set of protocols that at the end, you'll be able to very quickly plug in your particular goals and a route to those particular goals that's grounded in the science, and I think are going to be very effective in allowing you to reach those goals more quickly and with indeed less effort. Most of your cognition follows your visual perception. For those of you that are low vision or no vision, meaning you're blind or you have trouble seeing, they tend to use their auditory system, their hearing, as a way to anchor their attention to particular things. Okay, but most people out there can see and see pretty well, and visual focus is the way to do that. When people have to focus their attention on one location, like a goal line, they are much more effective in reaching those goals, and they achieve them with the perception that they expended less effort. Focusing our visual attention on one particular point is incredibly effective for all types of goal pursuit. If you already know what goal you want to pursue, maybe it's a workout, maybe it's cognitive work of some particular sort. Again, the process is very simple. You're going to focus your visual attention on one point beyond your peripersonal space. So it could be on your computer, it could be on the wall, it could be a horizon, it could be at a distance. And you're going to focus your visual attention there. And with some effort, you're going to hold your visual attention for 30 to 60 seconds. You might blink, that's okay, but you're going to try and hold your visual attention there. So no moving your head around, no diverting your attention to other locations. Some people will find it very easy to do, other people will find it quite hard. Your mind may drift cognitively, that's okay, but try and bring your visual attention to that common point. Places your brain and body into a state of readiness, and then the idea is to move into the particular actions that bring you closer to your goal. First of all, Set goals that are challenging but possible. Those moderate goals, not super easy, not super difficult, but moderately challenging goals seem to be the most effective in moving people towards their goals over the short and long term. Second, plan concretely. You need a concrete set of actions that you're going to follow in order to reach your goals. Third, foreshadow failure. This is a somewhat surprising one to me. I would have anticipated that imagining success is the way to go. It turns out that imagining success and visualizing success can be useful at the outset of a goal and maybe every once in a while in pursuit of that goal, but that it's not terrific for putting you in constant pursuit of that goal. Rather, foreshadowing failure, visualizing failure and all the terrible things that it's going to bring seems to be more effective, and that maps very well to what's known about the neural circuitry and the involvement of the amygdala. Focus on particular visual points as a way to harness your attention and to remove distractors. Removing distractors and getting your body and brain into a mode of activation, getting that healthy increase in systolic blood pressure that puts you into forward motion towards your goals is absolutely key.